Welcome to my channel. This is Infinitely Zero. Also, my name is Vanessa, and my friends know me as Nessa. And welcome. This is my first recording, and I wanted to share with you guys just some of the crochet and knit items that I've been making and have been up to. And I figured we can talk all things yarn related, and have some fun. So I started crochet. I've been crocheting many years. I learned from my grandma's friend and my grandma some 30 plus years ago, and I learned in Spanish and eventually taught myself how to crochet in English and the English terms, as well as how to read patterns. And later on, when I was in college, I learned right before college, I learned how to knit. I no longer knit because it hurts my hands. I have chronic joint pain and chronic fatigue, and the arthritis in my hands. So I don't work as much with thinner yarns and the knitting needles. They aggravate that pain. And during the pandemic, I taught myself how to do Tunisian crochet, which I love, as well as loom knitting. And then later on, I bought a circular knitting machine, so that's been a lot of fun, and I can crank out things pretty quickly. So this cardigan that I'm wearing is the first sweater that I did on the circular knitting machine, and this was Mandala tweed yarn, which is now discontinued. If I remember, I'll try to find a link to the YouTube video online that has how to make this, and some of the other items that I've done recently. I made myself this funky hat. I bought the yarn at Hirschner's. Can't remember right now the name of the yarn, and it looks pretty cool on. The pattern is from Bag O' Day. It's her slouchy hat with the puff stitches. I had to modify it a bit because and remove some of the rows because my gauge was kind of off with that one. The yarn was thicker than I expected it to be when I bought it. I also made this cool crochet mesh dress, which I just washed, and after the wash, that yarn actually came out a lot softer, which was cool. This one I also got from Hirschner's. It's some Soho yarn. It's a bulky, and made myself a cap. This is also one of Bag O' Day's patterns. This one's, I believe, is the unisex beanie. The link for the video is below in the description. For the tutorial. She has great tutorials and very positive, and love her yarn reviews and all the yarn unboxings and all the other videos she does. So I made a second one of this beanie for a friend of mine who's currently gonna start chemo next week. And she asked me to make her one, so instead I made her 5. So this is another cap I made for her from Red Heart Unforgettable yarn. I got it in a mystery box, a Red Heart mystery box. I believe it's the colorway Petunia. Love it. Love how it came out. Just really nice and soft. It looks great on. The pattern was a free pattern from, I believe it's called Love Knots. And they provide free patterns online for folks who want to crochet caps for individuals who are currently undergoing chemo, current cancer patients. So you can make donations to that, or and they ask if you use the patterns for personal use to please donate some proceeds to them to help out as donations. This is also their pattern, which came out really cute. And this was Lion Brand's Just My Stripes, also 100% acrylic. And I used that same pattern for this, which is actually silk yarn. It's from Darn Good Yarns. This is the Mulberry Dreamscape colorway. It's a small skeins. They're about 100 and something yards. The sticker is covering how much the yardage is, but it's a fine category 2 weight yarn, hand wash only. I actually put 2 strands together to make this, and I love how the stitches look, the stitch definition. It's all linked half treble crochets, and I modified the pattern a bit to add a row of crab stitches down there, which is that reverse single crochet. So it's really nice and soft. The only thing with this yarn is they add something to the silk during the dyeing process, and it repels bugs or something like that. So it's a really strong smell, and it actually gives me a headache, so I have to air out the yarn. But and I also have recently signed up as of 2 months ago to their monthly yarn subscription. So I'm currently waiting for my November box to arrive. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's 3 balls of the skeins of their Twist Sport weight silk yarn for $25, and they included a gift in there too. So I also made my friend this cap. This is also another one of Crystal Bagaude's patterns. I believe this is the Beanless Bounty or something like that. I forgot the name. And I had to modify it a bit because my gauge was kind of big, but whoops, that's the seam there, I believe. Let's make this seam go to the back. There we go. So that came out pretty cute. Hopefully these all fit her. We'll see. And that was made with Premier Puzzle yarn. It's the 328 yards, 300 meters, 100% acrylic yarn, a bulky 5, and fine to machine wash and dry. I've used this before to make a bed runner and came out great in Tunisian crochet chevron stitch. But I did crochet the green colorway and somewhat only used it for a few months here in the living room as a throw, and it gave me issues, and it started kind of pilling and fuzzing and not holding up very well at all, and I had barely even washed it. So I don't know if it was just something that was a fluke with that green, because I haven't had that happen to me since. I'm also designing a shawl for the same friend. Maybe if she sees this video, she can see how the progress is going. I've been sending her updates every few days. So this is the shawl, and it's done with Tunisian crochet. I'm currently using a 9mm hook, and I used the base pattern of the stitching from the Heart Hook Home chevron blanket, baby blanket stitches, and I modified that to have a smaller width. So this is actually going to be the way the shawl goes, this way, and the chevrons are going to go that way. So I'm working the length of it, which then you wear wide over your shoulders. So I have quite a way to go. Hopefully I'll have enough yarn because I only have one more ball of this. If not, I'll have to add a different colorway to that. So I want to make her a few fingerless gloves and maybe 1 or 2 more caps to mail that off, and then I'll have to mail this in a second package, and probably may or may not make her a cocoon cardigan. We haven't decided yet, and we're still talking about the yarn. I have a lot of different yarn options, and there's different colors that she likes, so that should be exciting. And I also made her this this cap, and this was also from the pattern from that site. This was one of their they're actually slouchy caps on the crochet section. So, and I used Ice Yarns Picasso colorway. I could provide the number if anybody actually wants it. You can put that in the comments, but I love the way it swirls, and it's pretty cool, and hopefully she'll like it, but I figured something dressy would be super cute and fun. And some months back, I had made this shrug. This is from the circular knitting machine with Joann's Big Twist yarn living. And as you can see, it's a little odd that how the color pools isn't consistent, but I kind of like it, and it's comfy, and it's nice and soft, and it's anti-pilling. There is a free video tutorial for this on YouTube, which is really cool, from Snuggerly, and mine needed, for my size, I'm 5'2", 5'3", 110 rows for the arms. It was on the Centaur 48 needle knitting machine, and 80 rows for the body. And this is the body part. And you just kind of slide this into your back and your two arms there. And if you want sleeves, you just put it on, and you don't have to put on a whole sweater. So it's awfully convenient. So I decided this weekend to make a top, which I got the pattern from A Creative Yarn by Fabi. It was great. I decided to not add the sleeves. I thought it looked super cute without the sleeves. I added my own crochet, half double crochet border on the bottom, 3 rows on the bottom with the side part. And my collar is 2 rows, and I seamed it up here. It had decreases here in the holes for your armholes, and I really liked how those came out. My edging, not so much. I still need to practice a little more on that, as well as my seaming, so I would have liked my seams to be a bit nicer, and my 2 panels didn't come out evenly, so the front's a little short, but it still looks nice on, so it works. And I used the Mandala bonus cake in the Centaur colorway, and I made this plus the Shrug, which is really cool with the colors that continued. See, that continues from over here from that color, and then transitioned into kind of these brownish reds and then brown. Because I'm like, hey, then I'll have sleeves, right? So now I haven't decided whether I need to make another top to match, which would probably be this brown with the lighter beige, or if I should make a skirt. I don't think I have enough yarn to make both. So those cakes come with about 1,000 something yards. And I've been also working on this tunic. I was testing the pattern for Heart Hook Home, but I'm a bit behind. She just released the pattern, which is why I can show this, and I have a ton of ends to weave in. I don't really care for weaving in ends, and that's the Hippie Chic Tunic, I believe it's called. I also just recently finished this Granny Square Cardi. This was Mandala ombre yarn. I think it was the colorway Cool. I can't remember, but it's the black and brown colorway. It's pretty easy to find. And I added one little pocket that was my creation, so my modification there. I love pockets. There we go. Little personality there for your pocket. So I really like how that came out. I'm still learning how to do sweaters. For all my years, I used to do blankets and other items and hats and caps and scarves. Not so much wearables and sweaters. So the sweaters are still very new for me, as of only the last, few years, less than 3 or 4 years. This is my second cocoon cardigan that I make. I bought this. This is, I was in a Halloween mood, an autumn mood. So this is the Hirschner's Halloween yarn, Witch's Brew, the sparkle. And that's how the back came out. There was some inconsistency concerning how the color pooled and flowed, but I had some modifications to the pattern. It's the Habit cardigan from Make and Do Crew. Here's my doggy. He wants to say hi with all my yarn mess. Ooh, there you go. You're a little too close there, buddy. So he just wants to say hi. He's very sweet. His name is Jupiter. He just got adopted in August. I adopted him from a local rescue. So I've also been just doing a crochet along, and I've been doing these squares. It's the granny, I can't remember exactly the name. The link is in the description below. And these are the different weeks of they release 3 squares per week. They already released them all, so I'm a little behind. I decided to use Lion Brand Pound of Love. 2 of the colorways. This light creamy color is their Barley. And I also use this golden yellow color, which is Maize colorway. The red is Caron 1 pound. I believe the color is Claret, but I lost the label. Didn't come with the label when I bought it from Joann's. I did curbside pickup, and they gave me the skein without the label, which is quite disappointing and very frustrating. So what if I wanted to return it? Anyways, so yeah, I have a ton of ends to weave in, so sorry. I know it doesn't look very pretty, but and then after I did this first square, I was like, okay, we need to find a better way to carry these ends, and I'm not doing that for every square. And so this is one of the other squares. This one also came out very pretty, and I carried the yarn. As you can see here, it doesn't look too bad, so a lot less ends to weave in. This one I really love how it came out. Looks very nice. There we go. That looks a little better. And this is how the back looks, which is very nice and clean. Honestly, I really like the back too. That could be a whole blanket in and of itself, honestly. It was a lot of fun to make. So the concept is that all of these squares have granny stitch integrated into there. I think it's called like granny square blanket. I loved making this one. This one was great. So each square is made by a different designer, and their patterns are still available on their blogs for free. Really liked this one too. This is the back. Wasn't too thrilled with how the carrying came out. When I was carrying the yarn here, it looks a little jogged. I followed the designer's recommendation, but I didn't understand it real well, so I tried my best. And this is the last one I have made for that, so I think I have 6 more left. I keep thinking every weekend that I'm gonna get around to it and work on it, and then I always have some other project to work on. It feels like it's never ending projects, obviously. I definitely have cranked out a lot of hats. I did all those hats this week. Between this week and last week. And I did that little top on Thursday for Thanksgiving while I was working-ish after work. And Friday, Friday I did the Shrug, the one that matches it. And this is the last item I have to show here, because trust me, the whole house is full of yarn and different projects and all that. And this was from the Crochet Along with, I believe it's either Yarnspirations or I think it's the Joann Fall Stitch Along. So this was the second blanket, which is the one that Moogly did the tutorial of. And this is that Bernat blanket, the new yarn with perfect phasing in the purple colorway. I believe it's called Orchid. I really love how it transitions smoothly. Can't even really show it because I don't have enough screen space. I'm like too close. And this is the flower burst one. 2 of the sides go with edges of flowers, but I have almost 3 cakes done in here. I had bought 4. The pattern calls for 3. I think it really takes 2, and then you do the flower bursts that you sew on, kind of embroidered, sewed on the edges. And I haven't decided yet, like if my holes line up, and that'll come out good, and if I add that. And if I continue on and make this bigger and add the whole other cake I have of this purple. So, so I still need to decide on that. But, within the comments below, let me know your ideas or suggestions if you have any, if I should do the skirt or a little top for that little combination. The other colors left in the cake is that dark brown and the tan, which is, this is what's left. So I'm not sure that two things would come out of it from what's left, since I used all the cake to make the shrug and the top. The top was about 200 something rows, and the shrug was like 300 rows on the circular knitting machine. Anyways, thank you so much for looking and watching at everything. Oh, and this blanket down here is a blanket I loom knit. It's Lion Brand Homespun Fool's Gold, and I keep it there on the back of the sofa. And this is just a fleece blanket I have thrown over here to be comfy because I'm always cold. So thanks for joining. Bye. See you next time.